Welcome to Candid Wisdom, the podcast, a safe place where we can discuss kingdom living without religion. So whether you're in the church and love God, outside of the church and love God, or in the world and love God, this is the place for you. I'm Twila Williams, your host, and today we're going to be discussing tattoos and whether or not they are biblically forbidden. Now, I am going to have you listen to one of my mentors, Steve Gregg, of the Narrow Path, and this wonderful website, Matthew 7:13, that has a whole list of Bible questions and answers that you should take a look at if you have a specific question. So let's have a listen to what Steve has to say. Then I'll let you know what I think about it. And the most important part of this is you let me know what you think about it. Leave me a comment. I read every single one of them. And if you would, like, subscribe, and share the video. Let's have a listen to Steve.
I think it's a conscience issue. I don't think that it's a moral issue to do anything that doesn't harm anyone or dishonor God. Now, lots of things God forbade were things that would dishonor God if the Israelites did it, for the simple reason that it was a pagan custom. We're talking here, of course, about Leviticus 19:28, where he says, "You shall."
Let's read Leviticus 19 and 28 together. It says, "Do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourself. I am the Lord." That's pretty straightforward. Let's finish listening to what Steve has to say about it.
"Not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead or tattoo or any marks on you. I am the Lord." These were things that pagans did. They cut themselves in order to appease their gods. I'm sure tattoos and other kinds of marks on their body were also associated with paganism. And therefore, God says, listen, I don't want you to be like the pagans. Don't imitate pagans. Now, again, it'd be similar to the long hair thing, it seems to me, that, in a society where it was the pagan priests who cut themselves and who got tattoos, well, this would be a thing that Christians should avoid. In a society where, those aren't associated with that, it would not be exactly have the same impact or the same significance. I personally don't care for tattoos. I never have. I don't have one. I will never get one. If anyone ever asked me, should I get a tattoo, I'd say I wouldn't advise it. I don't see why you'd want to mark your body in a way which you might 10 years from now, while it's still there, in fact, this will be there 20, 30 years from now, why would you put something permanent on your body which you might outgrow and later feel like, oh, this is stupid. I wish I hadn't gotten that.
To Steve, it seems like it's a personal issue, but it's not a biblical mandate. Those rules were rolled out for, like he said, the pagan priest of that time. So when we read the Bible, we have to keep in mind what is for us, what was written to the people of that time, what is a personal letter, and what is specific to the times that the people were in when the letters were written or whenever the Bible was penned. Now, everything is for our benefit. We can benefit from everything we read, but we don't have to directly apply every single thing. And if that's the case and you want to nitpick out tattoos, then you haven't read all of Leviticus, because there would be a ton of things that you would not be able to do if you were going to follow those rules. Remember, Jesus came to free us from the law, and in Christ there is freedom. I personally have 2 tattoos, and I plan to have more maybe in the future. They're not that great of a thing to have, but there's nothing wrong with getting one if you do. Let me know how you feel about it. Leave your comments down below. I read every one of them, and I love to hear from you and build a community where we can have ongoing conversations about the things that we deal with as kingdom ambassadors. And I will see you in the next video.